Yan dimbabalu mablama kadang yan ada kaagawan pemai gawana gawa anadana aya oh hada ina buk nema oh hem.
The world famous for their spectacular race terraces where entire mountainsides are sculpted like giant steps, traveling the land of the eighth world wonder. Be amazed by the beauty and purity of IFUGAO. IFUGAO is one of the smallest provinces in the country, representing 0.8% of the entire Philippine land areas. Its area is 251,778 hectares, or about 13.76% of CAR's total land area. It is located in the Cordillera Central Mountain Range, bordered by the Benguet to the west, Isabela to the east, Mountain Province to the north, and Nueva Vizcaya to the south. The province of Ifugao is composed of 11 municipalities, namely Banawe, Munduan, Kiangan, Lagawe, Lamut, Mayoyaw, Alfonso Lista, Aguinaldo, Ningyon, Tinok, and Asipulput. The province of Ifugao may have got its name from the term Pugo, I from people and Pugo from hill, which translate to people of the hill. On the other hand, the province name may have come from the word Pugao, which means the cosmic earth. Ipugao then referring to mortals. Despite the influences of Christianity, age-old traditions are alive and are still practiced. During the brief occupation of the Spaniards in the province, they established pueblos headed by alcalde municipal and barangays headed by cabeza de barangay. The Spaniards mainly confined their activities in Kiangan, Ifugao. The Spanish government ended with the explosion of the Philippine Revolution. In 1905, Ifugao along with Amborayan, Apayao, Benguet, Bontoc, Kalinga, and Lepanto was annexed to the newly created Mountain Province. The South Province was administered by Lieutenant Governor Juan Luis Pawid of Kiangan as the first deputy governor during the American regime. Ifugao became the center of warfare during the last stages of World War II. It was at Mount Napulawan in Ifugao that General Yamashita, the Tiger of Malaya, set up his land stand against the Filipino and American forces. He originally surrendered to Captain Grisham of U.S. Army base in Kiangan before he was flown to Camp Chanhae, Baguio City, where he formally surrendered. At the beginning of the World War II, there were 5 municipalities in Ifugao: Burnayas Lagawe, Kiangan, Banawe, Hungduan, and Mayoyaw. And lastly is, Ifugao was converted into a province on June 18, 1966 by virtue of Republic Act 4695 with the municipality of Lagawe as the capital town. The other municipalities include Asipulo, Aguinaldo, Alfonso Lista, Banawe, Hingyon, Hungduan, Kiangan, Lamut, Mayoyaw, and Tinok.
Ifugao culture is centered on rice, which is considered as a prestige crop. From rice production to rice consumption, there is an elaborate and complex array of rice culture, feast closely tied with taboos and detailed agricultural ceremonies. The Ifugao rice terraces were first described in Spanish in 1801. From the time of the first travels into Kiangan in the 1750s, these beautiful stone-walled farms, irrigated for both rice and taro, have been recognized. Kinship, family bands, religious, and cultural beliefs are all valued in Ifugao culture. The IFUGAO culture are among the ethnic groups in the mountain area for the narrative literature, which includes the Hudhud, a poetically sung epic about hero ancestors. The IFUGAO are noted for the strong Hudhud and Alim oral literary traditions. The Hudhud chants of the IFUGAO were named one of the second masterpieces of the humanities oral and intangible heritage in 2001. In 2008, it was officially designated as the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage. The IFUGAO are known for their ability to carve bululu. Rice granaries are guarded by a bulul, a woven guardian. The bulul statues are highly stylized image of the IFUGAO ancestors who are said to gain strength and fortune by the presence of the ancestral spirit. The carved granary guards bulul and the prestige bench of the upper class, the hagabi, are both unique to the IFUGAO. The hagabi, sponsored by the elite, and the uya-uwi, a bridal feast funded by those immediately below wealthiest and the highest prestige feast of the IFUGAOs. Their textiles are known for their stunning beauty, including multicolored blankets and loom woven apparel. IFUGAO heirloom beads are prestigious products that were only available to the wealthiest members of the IFUGAO culture. Furthermore, such beads were only worn for ritualistic occasions such as funerals, weddings, and rice harvest festivals, and they were also used to show respect. In addition, the IFUGAO culture is noted for its judicial system, which is based on the village elders, or amamaa. Utterances had the force of law, and there was no way of overturning them. The jury, agum, was made up of the wisest elders, mansapit. Trial by ordeal was used by a jury couldn't determine a matter. Kabunyan's logic was that the gods and goddesses would not injure the innocent. Ordeal trials are used to determine whether or not a person is guilty of a crime. Duels, wrestlings, or the hot bolo ordeal and the boiling water ordeal are some of them. Bultong is the name of the indigenous IFUGAO sports of wrestling. It is frequently performed at town and provincial fiestas. Bultong is classified as a belt wrestling in the international community.
IFUGAO is known for the beauty of its rice fields, nevertheless the altitude of its place. As people said that its rice fields are worthy of high rank among the wonders of the world. The altitudes can reach 2,500 feet to 5,000 feet, and some extended to 1,000 feet to 4,500 feet, but above 5,000 feet rice does not grow well. Also, there are 20 to 35 different varieties of camotes or sweet potatoes also grown in the mountainside of IFUGAO, for it is easier to clean and plant. Camotes are served as food for the people and to feed the hogs, but not just rice and camote are being served. Mais, wild vegetables, insect foods, and fish are what they call dolog in IFUGAO language, and many other dialects in the regions of Philippines. Supplementary vegetable like gabi or taro lukto. Ayam is grown in plots near the houses. Okras, green grams, legumes, kinds of cowpeas, and varieties of lima beans are also grown. There are different regions in the Philippines that offer a good taste of coffee. In IFUGAO, coffee is the only export crop raised. The trees bear heavily, and the coffee is of the very highest quality, far superior to that raised in Batangas and Nueva Vizcaya. The coffee industry is one of the growing economies in IFUGAO. That is why it is encouraged both by the provincial government and by the schools. In IFUGAO, they had an agricultural year wherein what they call a full agricultural year is hintawa. It consists of two phases of unequal durations. The first phase lasts from August to March, where they focus on field preparation activities called payo. And the second phase is grain production, where the periods are devoted to maximizing the growth yield of corn field rice, are called page. An agricultural season is also considered in the agricultural year. The first season, or iwang, is the period of terrace formation and preparation of pan-filled terraces that last normally 4 to 5 months. The second season, or lawiang, is the planting season. The third season, or dialgo, is the dry season, which is the activities are more on transactions and traveling. And the fourth season, or abitulo, is the harvest season, which completes the local IFUGAO calendar. It is the shortest season among the said seasons. Harvest time is a highly festive period for all classes, for the old men and women in their capacity as priests and priestesses. It is a continuous run of feasting and drinking with real picnic food and exhaustible jars of rice wine. For the poor who have lived principally on tomates during the month preceding, it is a time when they gorge themselves on rice and meat every day. And the local IFUGAO will end the agricultural year with harvest rites. Truly, IFUGAO isn't rich for its beauty and food offerings, but also for its abundance of resources and IFUGAO.
So now, I will share with you what are the examples of festivals in their municipalities in IFUGAO. First, Banawi, IFUGAO. Banawi, officially the municipality of Banawi, is a fourth-class municipality in the province of IFUGAO, Philippines. It is widely known as the site of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Batad Rice Terraces and Banggaan Rice Terraces. So they have a festival called Imbaya Festival. Imbaya Festival is a cultural festival which celebrates the well-established conventions of the IFUGAO indigenous tribes of Banawi, Philippines. Previously held at regular intervals, 2016 denoted the principal event to be observed annually. An Imbaya Festival celebrated every 3 years in Banawi, IFUGAO. Welcome to Hongduan, home of the towering Mount Napulawan, the second highest peak in IFUGAO with an elevation of 2,642 meters above sea level, and where tales of General Tomoyoki Yamashita, Tiger of Malaya, and his treasures remain strong. Hongduan is also officially the municipality of Hongduan, is a fourth-class municipality in the province of IFUGAO, Philippines. Tunggu Ad Hongduan Festival is a display of indigenous arts and crafts, as well as agricultural products hosted at the municipal grounds. It is a 3-day activity celebrated every third week of April. By the way, Tunggu refers to the rest period in the traditional agricultural cycle, which is usually after the planting season. Hingyun, IFUGAO. Hingyun, officially the municipality of Hingyun, is fifth-class municipality in the province of IFUGAO, Philippines. Hingyun starts from the southernmost point of Oling Mountain, following the ridge of Nabatuan, which is between Barangay Kudoy and Barangay Bangtinon. There is a festival called Gutad Ad Hingyun Festival. Gutad is an IFUGAO term for celebrations or large gathering for Thanksgiving. The Gutad is celebrated simultaneously with the 50th founding anniversary of the province, of focus on the transitions of culture from the older to the younger generations, and the 3-day celebrations during the last week of April. Punok Festival is an annual harvest festival honors the end of the harvest season. Hongduan, IFUGAO. The IFUGAO's Punok ceremony, which has been practiced for decades and passed down from generations to generations, has never failed to amaze the visitors and locals, especially with its unique activity that is called guyod, which literally means pool. By the way, Taguyod is also regarded as a form of entertainment for the people. The Punok rite celebrates a plentiful harvest at the end of the rice reaping season. The members of the communities from barangays Baang, Nunggulunan, and Apaw perform the Punok festival in the river amid strong winds. Of course, the festival begins with a march through the terraces and the round of chanting.